Well, what is going on, guys, and welcome into the video. So let's discuss how to not lose money in this crash. I mean, there has to be a way to do it, right? I mean, some strategy, some secret sauce, some voodoo you can do to avoid losing money. I mean, seriously, I'm okay not 10xing my money next week. I just want to not lose money anymore. So let's discuss that today and get you a real answer. I just ask in exchange for you to gently tap that like button and consider subscribing too. It's super easy to do. So we actually have July 4th coming up shortly, and that means two things. The first, Independence Day here in the US and all that that entails. And second, it also means your ability to try my group for free is ending the next day after July 4th. Right now, you literally get full access to everything for a full 48 hours for free. You could just drink a bunch of energy drinks and then binge the 4 courses and over 100 educational and instructional videos and then ask me anything, or even slide into my DMs if you're feeling that kind of way. And you have access to my watch list, my price targets, all my buys and sells and everything else. And you get to do it all for free. And then you can kind of pass out and sleep from there. So check out the pinned comment if you're interested and give it a try risk-free. I mean, just cancel before the time expires and it costs you nothing. Now let's set the ground rules here, as I think this is exactly why many are so confused about all the narratives that are going on out there. What we are going to discuss is from a long-term buy and hold investor strategy. I don't day trade, I don't really swing trade much, and I don't do any option trades, so this won't make sense if you're trying to apply anything other than long-term buy and hold to this. I wish more people would be upfront with this so less people would be confused, as I have no issues with trading this market, but do not confuse trading with long-term investing. They are vastly different. So how the heck do you not lose money in this market? Well, you just join my group, of course, using the coupon code. Oh, wait. Sorry about that. I'm only kidding, by the way. Relax. I meant no harm or disrespect, and I don't want any drama. I'm just playing. My group, other groups that I've talked about before, or other people's courses or whatever, I believe are beneficial to learning and becoming a better investor. But nothing any of us can provide will prevent you from losing money. And if you hear from someone they can, I would run if I were you. All right, so if that doesn't guarantee it, maybe I should simply short the market or hedge my positions. Well, you could, but then your stocks would still bleed out on the other side if you were right, and the options do cost money to employ, and there is potential to be down when the market rallies, which it has done honestly. And of course, if you employ the strategy incorrectly or to the wrong asset, you can be left losing money even if the market goes down. But wait, I'll just sell everything and then short the market and then buy back in. That solves all the problems, and it's honestly easy to do, right? Okay, I want you to name me the investor who employed this strategy and it worked, and then they repeated the strategy and it worked again and again, making it a viable strategy to begin with. There is a reason why everyone universally agrees nobody can time the market. If that strategy actually worked with any degree of consistency, everyone would do it, which would essentially render the strategy invalid and it wouldn't work anymore. So no matter how you slice it, unless you get lucky, this strategy will not prevent you from losing money. All right, well, so maybe the only way to not lose money is by not buying stocks at all and just holding cash. I mean, people were saying cash is trash last year, but now it seems those same people are saying hold cash instead. So if they're saying it, this has to be the only way to not lose money in this market, so I'm going to just sit on cash. This guarantees I won't lose any money, right? Well, unfortunately, this is yet another fallacy that makes sense in the moment, but is actually not true at all. You are losing money and making poor investing decisions, and let me illustrate this with 2 points. First, even if you hold cash, you are still losing to inflation. Right now, you are losing 8% by holding cash. And if you bought Palantir in the $6 range with that cash, you are sitting on an almost 50% return right now. Whoa, slow down, I get it. Your average is probably not $6, just like mine isn't either. However, if I had not bought the shares I bought at $6, that cash would have lost money instead. Replacing that cash with shares of Palantir at $6 netted me almost 50% on those shares that I otherwise would have lost money on if I had just stayed in cash with that money. And second, saying cash is trash in a red hot market and holding cash and not buying during a crash is exactly how you end up buying high and selling low. Oh, you don't believe me? When Tesla was at $1,200 per share, or penny stocks were busy skyrocketing, or when everyone that was even relatively related to EVs was exploding and 10xing in a week, I saw video after video and every other comment saying cash is trash when I recommended not buying and instead pooling that said cash. And now I see videos and comments from a lot of those same people saying don't buy, just hold cash. So let me see if I understand this correctly. I should buy Tesla at 1200 or whatever at the height of a speculative run because cash is trash, which then ensured that I have little or no cash to buy Tesla when it's at 600. And I also have a portfolio full of spec stocks down 80%, 90% or more in some cases that may never recover. But now, after doing all of that, I still shouldn't strategically employ the cash that I do have left into Tesla because it might go lower. And you just need to be building up cash anyways, despite the fact that cash is trash. I don't know about you, but that literally makes no sense and only ensures that you lose when the market is up and down. This is why I just ignore the noise and look at valuation only. I know I cannot time the market, nobody can. I have no idea if Tesla will be at 400 or 600 or 1500 by the end of the year or 2500 by the end of the year, whatever number you want to throw out there. I have no idea. But I can tell you when Tesla is trading rich, and I can tell you when it's trading cheap. Now I cannot tell you how long it will trade rich or cheap, and I cannot tell you how irrational Wall Street will get to the upside or the downside, meaning I don't know if they would push it down to $300 or whatever, or push it to some ridiculous all-time high. I cannot tell you when, where, or how any of it will happen, but I can tell you if it's overvalued or not. And that gets even easier to tell for your Apples and Googles of the world and other stocks like that. They have a multiple the market generally considers fair value. Where it is going in relation to that fair value is a different story that nobody knows, and fair value changes every quarter, so you have to continually put in the work to stay up with it. But using catchphrases like cash is trash to justify FOMO buying into an overvalued rally because everything is just going to the moon is just honestly kind of silly. And what makes it even sillier is that during the penny stock small crap, well, they are, some of them were small, yeah, some of those were small crap, but small cap is what I meant, the penny stock small crap. I still can't say it right. The penny cap. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. That whole insanity of that time frame we had at the beginning of last year, you could have added some great long-term stocks like Apple under $120. Despite all the carnage since then and a lot of those other stocks being down 80, 90% or more, and Apple being down big from its all-time highs, those shares of Apple that you bought during that time frame would still be up and it would be one of the green positions in your portfolio. This is why I choose to look at valuations, and I bought Apple and other Boeing stocks instead of buying into the cash is trash narrative. But I also didn't go all in either, and I opted instead to build up that trashy thing that they were calling cash. And now with this beatdown, I'm not buying Apple, and instead I'm buying shares of Tesla for 600 or Palantir in the 6s and other stocks that are on a ridiculous discount. Basically because I pulled cash while everyone was saying cash is trash, and now I'm deploying that cash when everyone is saying don't. Now, will I lose in the short term on those buys and those people look smart? Absolutely. The market always goes down after I buy no matter what. But over the long run, they will be far better buys than holding cash during crashes, or, cash is trash, so you end up buying at all-time highs. So how the heck do you not lose money, Luke? I mean, I'm out of guesses here. Well, here's the truth with all of it, and I will give this to you in two absolute indisputable truths about investing. It is impossible to invest and not lose money. It is impossible to do that. I don't care what you invest in, there are periods of time where you will lose money. The only risk-free investments exist with the kind of those get-rich-quick schemers, and you know exactly how that goes. You want to stay as far away from that as possible. And second, choosing not to invest at all is not how you don't lose money either because of inflation. And even if it's not 8% and crazy like it is right now, it's also never not zero. So inflation is bleeding you, whether it's at 8%, 2%, or whatever, it's still bleeding you. Even if you choose to invest or not, it's still bleeding you. So not investing at all guarantees you will lose, and the other gives you a better than average chance of making money over the long run. If you want to never lose money over the long run, you have to be willing to lose money in the short term. Ignore all the noise that is out there with the pretty chart showing you a short-term move disguised as a viable long-term strategy. And you also have to ignore the fear-driven headlines and put in the work and continue to grow every day in your knowledge and keep investing. It is the only way you can make sure this happens over the long run. And don't forget the free trial for the private group ends the day after July 4th, so make sure you jump on that now before that goes away. And click this video here for 8 extreme value stocks, and click here for exactly what I'm doing to make huge money in this downturn. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.